It's on Tuesday, so lots of action coming up on Sky Sports, and terrific action tonight here at Celtic Park. Goff turning back, and notice no Celtic player putting pressure on Goram. They recognise his ability with the ball at his feet. Gascoigne this time, the midfield player, coming deep. Laudrup again. Back with McLaren. Target Selenko. Good judgment there by the Russian. The tackle well timed by Hughes. One of the two new Celtic players to for matches. And then Andreas Tom is also performing very well indeed. Laudrup with a little exchange for Selenko. Big stage pass. Walker's layoff. This is Tom. It's great play from Celtic once again. Petric kept his eye on the ball. Peter Grant making the first tackle on Gascoigne, but Petric coming clear. Running straight into Paul McStay. Now the Rangers defence is disorganised. That wasn't anticipated by McStay, and Petric was back to intercept. The pass reaches Selenko. Relentless action. Now Gascoigne showing too much of that to the Celtic defence, though. Donnelly wanted more time than Robertson would permit, but it's a throw to Celtic. Right to Bata. Donnelly couldn't control the driven pass. Well, the late stage of the first half, no goals, but remember, this match must be settled tonight. Extra time and penalty kicks if required. Here's Goff. It's cut off there by Grant's header, and now Laudrup can attack Donnelly. Space on the far side for Wright. Good ball inside, and Hughes was there ahead of McCoist. But once again, Celtic vulnerable to the flank players for Rangers.
Well, that was fantastic play from Laudrup. Just look at the vision here. Picks out Wright at the back post there. He does the right thing right, puts it back in the danger area. Hughes, he knew McCoist was behind him.
Laudrup again. Another corner kick off Donnelly. So Brian Laudrup prepares to take the corner. Gordon Marshall organising his defenders. Everyone except Andy Walker back for Celtic. Hughes won that from Goff. Here's Tom. Andy Walker has to come back onside. Charlie Miller is with Tom. Very good play by Miller. Wright helps it all the way back to Gorham. Now the closing stages of the first half. Goal for either side now, Trevor, with an enormous impact.
Yes, it's rather surprising that we haven't seen a goal. There's been a feast of good football. I would think that Celtic are reasonably pleased. They've had a lot of possession. But in terms of chances, I remember McCoist, Miller, Robertson twice. They've all gone close, and their chances have been in the penalty box. Celtic have been restricted to shots outside the box.
Fascinating match, great contrast in styles and in tactics. McStay to McKinley. This is Boyd. Interception made by Petric. Petric again ahead of Boyd. This is Paul McStay back in defence. Bata. Donnelly made a good angle for him. This is Bata again. Now Hughes. Hughes at the age of 30. In the big time here. A great player for Falkirk for a few seasons after joining them from Swansea City. This is Boyd. Layoff from Walker. This is Collins. Now Walker. Neat turn away from Goff. He has Grant to his side. Well, he's been known to score some spectacular ones from there. He had time to set himself.
Well, that's the sort of attempts I'm talking about. I don't think Rangers mind too much. They've restricted Celtic to 3 or 4 shots from outside the box. They know Goran, they've got an outstanding keeper. It's got to be a great shot to beat him from 30 yards.
Gascoigne dropping deep again. Moving away from Walker. Head up all the time, looking for the options. Great pass wide, that's Stephen Wright. Gascoigne not pleased with the attention on him there as he released the pass. A word with the referee. Selenko's turn was brilliant. Chance for Rangers. Very close indeed. Brilliant play from Oleg Selenko.
And I think you'll find this an equally good save from Marshall. Great turn from Selenko. Does the right thing. Shoots across the goal. I think Marshall's got a hand to it.
Well, this is why it's a corner kick. The touch there by Marshall was crucial. This is Gascoigne. Handball against Donnelly. He's going to be in trouble for that. And upraised from the referee, indicating the offence. But for the moment, he's going to his top pocket for his notebook there. Donnelly did appear to try to lean in there and play the ball with his chest. Marshall organising the wall now. Petric and Laudrup over the ball. Petric has power. Laudrup has dexterity. Can swerve the ball in. Switch to Miller. Shooting chance on. Great play by Miller. Well, he was ambitious in the end. Having made space for himself. Tried the chip shot.
I can't believe Celtic allowed to have this sort of space. Totally unmarked. Lovely little dummy. Little curl with right foot. Just past the post again.
Well, the driven effort of the left foot might have been more effective. Charlie Miller showing his composure at the edge of the penalty area and his disappointment about the finish.
Yes, he's annoyed with himself. I think he feels he should have scored.
Collins with a header. In goes Petric. So the throw goes to Celtic. Charlie Miller now has on McLaren and lots of space. Gascoigne ahead, calling for the ball, but Laudrup has come deep also. Robertson has gone well forward. He's in behind Vata. The covering player was Hughes. Well, it has been remarkable the way Robertson in particular, and Wright to a lesser extent, have been able to advance and cause problems for Celtic on the flanks.
Yes, you feel that Vata has fallen for it every time. It must be 4 occasions now.
Selenko couldn't keep that in. So approaching the half-time whistle, very little stoppage time. Over the piece, Trevor. Who's at the better of things?
Well, I would think the Rangers are a little bit more satisfied at this moment than Celtic. I think the Celtic started extremely well. They were bossing again in midfield. But if you look at the chances, I think Rangers will feel they should be in the lead.
So a foul throw. It's a throw now to Rangers, which Robertson takes. The referee McCluskey is checking his watch. There won't be much time to add on. Only one visit from either physiotherapist in the first half. Here's Gascoigne, but he wanted the chance to complete this move. The half-time whistle goes. It's been fast and furious. There's some excellent football from both sides. David Robertson had 2 terrific chances in front of goal. So too did Charlie Miller. And they were the best chances of the match. Celtic dominating for long spells in midfield, but Rangers with the better chances. It's been excellent football in the first half. Join us after the break. It's Celtic 0, Rangers 0.
Eight from Rangers, 3 on target. 4 corners each. 2 bookings. First, after 22 minutes, Charlie Miller of Rangers, and Goff followed him into the book. And the possession, 52% from Celtic. 58% in that middle third of the action areas. And, well, it couldn't be closer, could it? Really couldn't. Stuart McCall and Charlie Nicholas with us in the studios here tonight. And I think, gentlemen, it's been a half that you both enjoyed so far, so good, Stuart.
Yeah, disappointed for Rangers not scored, actually. Great open game, end-to-end stuff. Celtic started really bright. I think Rangers have come into it and, like Trevor summed it up perfectly, Celtic had a lot of play, but Rangers had 4 or 5 excellent chances. Which
we'll have a look at it in a moment, but first of all, Celtic's best chance. McStay on the run. Found a shot, and Andy Gorham needed to make a very good save. Typical Gorham, eh?
Yeah, he's been doing that all season.
Little concerned at the ease with which McStay picked his way through there?
I think it's that sort of game. Rangers are going up and then losing it. Celtic are coming back. It's end to end. It's great stuff. I think the fans will be enjoying it. Obviously, Goffey, he'll be a bit concerned about the time Celtic coming through, but it's an open game. Like I say, Rangers have had the chances, and we've both enjoyed it, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Let's have a look at some of those chances as we talk. And it's a pitch, Charlie, you were saying, that's been extended by what, some 6 yards?
I think it's done,
and
yes.
A little bit wider now.
Yeah, a bit wider, and about 12 yards in total. That's a great chance for David Robertson. We just mentioned him at 40-1 earlier in the night, and usually he blasts everything with his left foot, but there he's just latched out and just put a tame shot in, to be honest. But I'm thoroughly enjoying the match. It's really so open, which is very unlike an Old Firm game. Here's Robertson again. Laudrup seems to find this guy time after time, but it's a great save from Gordon Marshall. Celtic, for all their domination and their particularly good passing game, have really struggled to really create any good opportunities, but Rangers have had them, and the keeper's had 2 great saves.
You think Rangers will be slightly disappointed on that basis?
I think so. I think Laudrup's picking
they've had.
Yeah, definitely. I think Laudrup's picking the ball up in good areas. Of him and Robertson have got a great understanding. And as you see there, 2 chances to Robbo. Knowing him, he'll have pushed the ball out and had 50 pence on himself, and he'll be a little bit disappointed tonight. Up to now, anyway, that he's not scored.
Yeah, 40-1, as you said. Good odds. Solenko, as half-time approached, turned beautifully.
This is tremendous ball, and he turns beautifully. Tom Boyd just commits himself, I think, to the tackle. Sets up his chance, and it's another great touch from Gordon Marshall, keeping Celtic really in the game again. We've mentioned Solenko. I think he's really not quite got the sharpness that he requires yet for that top-level game, but he's gradually coming into the game, and they're gradually creating some chances for him.
Ali, as Ali does, wanted that, but did Solenko make the right choice?
Yeah, hit it across the goal. Marshall, as you saw earlier with the Robertson shot, palmed it away. Coyce was waiting for any scraps, but unfortunately, Marshall got a good hand on it. But it's very encouraging. I think, end-to-end stuff, and a lot of chances being made.
The real surprise is that there hasn't been a goal so far, isn't it? How on earth has that happened, do you think? It's just down to very good goalkeeping.
Yeah, credit to Big Marshall. Andy made the one save from McStay, but as Charlie says, although Celtic started brightly, I don't think they've had any direct shots on goal. So if the same again, we'll settle for that.
Goalless then at Celtic Park. Elsewhere tonight, it's a busy night of football. Latest scores in the Coca-Cola Cup here in England. All latest scores. No goals at Bolton, Bradford and Nottingham Forest 1 apiece. Newcastle 4 up at Bristol City. Scott Sellers amongst the scorers. Southampton leading 3-0 at Cardiff, 2 for Letizia. Sheffield Wednesday 2-1 up at Crewe. De Gruyter has got them both. 2-0 Arsenal at Hartlepool. Huddersfield beating Barnsley 1-0. Goalless at Elland Road. Queen's Park Rangers 1 up at Oxford. Dicchio, who got 2 at the weekend. Derby 2-1 at Shrewsbury. Southend beating Palace by a 1-0. Stockport and Ipswich 1 apiece. Tranmere 1, Oldham 0. Guess who? Aldridge. Watford 0, Bournemouth 1. Charlton 2-1 up at Wimbledon, and it's goalless at Wycombe. Wycombe 0, Manchester City 0. It's goalless in our live game tonight as well, and we have to have an outcome. Placing the last 4 up for grabs at Parkhead. Celtic 0, Rangers 0. Is there a way through? We'll find out next. Back, live football on Sky Sports again tonight from Parkhead. Coca-Cola Cup 4th round tie. It's goalless at the moment. Celtic 0, Rangers 0. Thoroughly enjoyable so far. And our match commentators at Parkhead, Trevor Francis and Jock Brown.
Thank you, Richard. Yes, the Celtic supporters there and the Rangers fans waiting for the return of the 2 sides. We've been discussing here where the goals might come from. Trevor, Celtic, lots of good possession, not a lot of punch.
No, as I've said, Andreas Thom, he likes to come deep. It's vitally important for Celtic that they get Collins and McStay making forward runs. It seemed a little bit predictable the last 15 minutes. You just wonder about Højdonk on the bench. I presume he's fit, otherwise he would have been on the bench. I think Tommy Burns would like for him to have started the match, but I'm sure that if a goal doesn't come, he must be tempted to bring him on during the second half.
Also a very impressive start from Simon Donnelly. You were impressed with him, I know that, at the beginning.
Yes, I think the first half an hour, like most of the Celtic players, he was very dominant. The last 15 minutes, he's gone out the game, so Rangers have come more into it.
Well, Celtic arriving here at the start of the second half, looking for changes there. They have Gavin Hoydonk, who's still in his tracksuit, and little Brian McLaughlin also not ready to come on.
Yes, I would think Tommy Burns is a little bit concerned about the fact that he's probably not looking at it just going 90 minutes. Could be an extra half an hour. He's been out with a hamstring injury, not 100% fit. If it was just a 90-minute game, I'm sure he might just bring him on half-time, but he's looking at perhaps another half an hour.
So, the second half about to begin. Referee McCluskey has not yet appeared. Two bookings in that first half, Richard Gough and Charlie Miller for Rangers. Some very heavy tackling early on, but the referee clearly trying to let the players settle down.
Well, I think there's more good football in this game than was in that game that I spoke about 8 years ago. On that occasion, most of the players forgot there was a ball to be playing.
Well, they remember the ball tonight. It's with Dali McCoist and Oleg Selenko. Remember, this match must be played to a finish. Extra time and penalties if required. But there's Coca-Cola Cup quarter-final, second half about to be underway. Referee McCluskey is satisfied. No change in personnel on either side. So we're underway for the second half, and looking quickly at the formations of the two sides, no obvious alterations tactically, exactly as they started. Rangers with three central defenders, Wright and Robertson, the wing-backs pushing forward, Miller and Gascoigne, the centre of midfield, Laudrup free to support McCoist and Selenko. It's a 4-4-2 basically for Celtic. Midfield, Simon Donnelly pushing forward when he can. There is McStay, Grant, Collins. Foul there on Selenko, giving the free kick to Rangers. Here's McCoist. Laudrup has found space again. That's for McCoist to chase. The covering player is Boy. He's quick enough. Took a rap on the ankle from McCoist, which he didn't appreciate. Donnelly forward. That's well read again by Gough. Walker was on his heels. Space here for Laudrup. Attacking Hughes. There's Selenko. Clearance there by Collins. Gascoigne trying to hold off Paul McStay. A foul by the Celtic captain.
Good strength here from Gascoigne. Knew there was a player behind him, didn't know who it was, but he knew that he had to hold that ball. Good upper body strength from Gascoigne.
McStay penalised. Gascoigne over the free kick for Rangers. McCoist waits in the box. Headed away there by Grant, straight to Miller. In goes Grant again. Miller strong enough to win it back. McCoist makes the run. Good play there by Vata, but the pass back forcing Marshall to concede the corner. Smile from Gordon Marshall. For the hold-up, an injured player requires some attention. Rudy Vata, I think. So first involvement in the outfield for Brian Scott, the Celtic physio, arriving here to look after Rudy Vata.
The feature of Rangers play during the first half was the interplay between Laudrup and Robertson. And straight away at the start of the second half, Robertson's trying to make runs in behind Donnelly. And you can see that Donnelly loves going forward. He's been very, very impressive going forward. Doesn't relish the idea of chasing back. And I think that that's where Rangers are going to capitalise on that unless Celtic have a rethink.
Well, the applause there for Gascoigne going to take the corner kick. Tommy Burns there in the director's box. Fergus McCann in front of him. That noise was for Gascoigne. Gough coming to meet that. Tailed by Marshall. Well, a chance there in the air for Richard Gough from the corner kick, although he was under severe pressure. The tackle came from McCoist on McKinley. Here's Walker. much too heavy a touch. John Collins explains he could have taken the ball short. So Rangers switching the play quickly via Gorham to McLaren. This is Laudrup. Knew Vata was right behind them, but Vata did enough to trouble Laudrup there. He's had some injury problems early in the season, but perhaps not fully at his best.
But that's where Rangers are trying to work the ball. Whenever they get it, they're trying to get into that little area. Laudrup, he must have played 90% of the first half in that sort of left-hand side position. As soon as he gets it, it's the signal for Robertson to make that run in behind Donnelly.
Goss header, collected here by Grant. Now Vata. Movement ahead from Walker. This is Grant again. Now Donnelly. That's Vata, he's caught offside. Well, the Celtic supporters not at all happy about that.
Let's have a look for ourselves. It's very, very tight, and once again the linesman puts his flag up so late.
Looked to be in line, which would have put him onside. It's back from right to Petric. There's Gascoigne. So here's McLaren. Now Goff. Miller holding off McStay. Well, McStay very much up for this match, as you might expect. Well, a score update from south of the border. Nottingham Forest in trouble against Bradford City. 2-1 down. Selenko. Simon Donnelly stepping in. There certainly was a defensive problem there between Simon Donnelly and Rudy Vata. Their understanding not quite perhaps what was required when Rangers had the ball. Headed away by Hughes. That's McStay. Tough challenge there by Robertson. Selenko. Great ball forward for Robertson. There's no offside. The ball had gone out of play though. Strong, determined play by Robertson.
It's clever play too by Selenko. Lovely little flick. Robertson getting in once again behind the Celtic back four.
Well, for David Robertson, it's a new set of tactics to develop, because he played for Aberdeen before coming to Rangers, played in a flat back four there, he's been in a flat back four at Rangers until this season. But he's having the opportunity here to show his attacking prowess and using his terrific pace on that left-hand side, troubling Donnelly and Vata. McKinley's throw, that's Walker. Away by Petric, straight to McStay. McKinley. Beautifully controlled by Tom. Still retaining possession. The whistle had gone for a free kick to Celtic. Well, Celtic wanted the advantage.
Well, as you can see there, Celtic had good possession. They wanted the advantage rule. But to be fair to the referee, he had to blow immediately.
And there's Tom. Inside there to Grant. That's Hughes who'd gone forward to join the attack, uses power in the air. This is Tom, caught by Miller. And Miller, clearly concerned. He's been booked, remember. Referee McCluskey waves them away.
Well, I can't see what Miller's complaining about. Clearly he's brought Tom to the floor.
Well, I wonder if he was concerned about seeing a red card, having been booked in the first half. A chance, though, for Celtic. Andreas Tom. Rudy Vata has scored against Rangers with a free kick at the end of the last season, and John Collins makes a habit of it. He's over the ball. There's Collins. Magnificent save from Gorham. Plucked out of the top corner by Gorham.
Great free kick from Collins. Tremendous power. And a good save from Gorham.
Well, they may have more work to do now. Well, the kick swung in there, commanding header away by Petric. That's Vata, too big a hurry. He had time in the ball. John Collins gives him a bit of stick there because he wanted a pass played forward. Petric switching the play to the far side to McLaren. Celtic don't appear to mind if Rangers pass the ball among their back three. Now it's with Gascoigne. Selenko comes short. Here's Miller, well forward this time. Right into space by Gascoigne for Selenko. Still Selenko. Carrying the ball out, it's a corner kick.